Oh my god. I can't believe that. Hello, welcome to my corner of the internet. My name is Kat. I'm a freelance knitwear designer, artist and creative. And today I'm gonna show you how to clean your knitting machine. I'm gonna show you how I do my machine today. I'm by no means an expert. I'm just struggling through this process probably as much as you are. So we can struggle through together. Things you'll need. I recommend that you have one of these brushes. These normally come with knitting machines if you get the accessories with them. So this is just like a plastic bristle brush, which you can use to clean. And then machine oil. Some people do use WD-40. I'm not gonna recommend that to you because I've heard dubious things about whether it's machine safe or not, and if you've got plastic on your machine, it can complicate things. So just use standard knitting machine oil. This came with my machine, but you can get them on the internet or from knitting machine supply stores. You need an old sock. This one's cute, it's got cats on, but yeah, one that you don't mind getting oil on that is going to get wrecked. You will not be able to clean this again. I saw someone else use this, so this is my first time trying it out, so it might be an absolute disaster. Let's just hope it's fine. It's like this, I think it's actually for like the hole in the back of your fridge, but it's like this long cleaning brush and you can use it to clean under your needle bed. So we're gonna give that a go as well. Yeah, the only other thing you need is a machine and a hoover. So you're gonna wanna do a more intensive clean like I'm doing today if you've done any large projects recently, so if you've been knitting full garments or if you've been using any yarn like mohair or a loose wool that can get stuck inside of your machine. So this is a really good way to kind of clear it out and just get it ready for a new project. So yeah, I guess I'll show you then. I guess I'll show you the process. I'm gonna try and insert some clips of this process, like close up that I filmed, but I am not a good camera woman, so I'm sorry for my shaky hands. I just wanted to put a disclaimer before you all came for me in the comments. So yeah, thank you. So once you've taken your carriages off, you're going to want to remove the sponge bar. I actually missed this off the item list, but I normally just grab a pair of scissors to remove the sponge bar. And what you want to do is you want to just push the scissors in so that the sponge bar pops out the other side, just here. And then I'll pull it completely out. So here's my sponge bar. Now I've taken it out. You can see that it's still got a lot of lift and bounce because I only recently replaced it, so it doesn't need a replacement. It probably just needs a little bit of a dust because there's lots of bits on it. And just while we're here, if you want a tutorial on how to change the sponge on a sponge bar, please let me know, because I feel like I can't find this information on the internet anywhere, hence why we're here. Okay, so just pop that to the side and then do the same thing with the sponge bar on the bottom. So I've just returned the machine to the position and now I'm going to dust it off with this little brush. I'll just go along the whole bed, trying to kind of lift dust out of the machine rather than push it in. And I'll make sure the needles are pushed back and then go along underneath all of these needles. Oh, that dust! That is disgusting. And then do exactly the same thing along the bottom bed. Okay, now I get to use the new experiment. It says to just thread this through where the sponge bar goes when I've seen other people use it. I'm gonna just put it in, and then if there's any resistance, I'm gonna take it out straight. Oh, it's really going. Oh wow. Oh, it just came out the other side. It is so dusty. Oh my god. Look how dusty that is. Oh my god. That is horrendous. I'm glad I bought this. Right, so then just pick all that disgusting dust off of the off of the end of the brush. So then I'm going to pull it back through and see if it collects any more. Oh my god. I can't believe that. I can't believe how dusty that is. Okay, I'm just gonna do this a couple more times and then I'll show you the end result. It's coming out pretty much clean now. If if you have a knitting machine and you haven't ever cleaned under the needles, buy one of these. Like, not sponsored. I will leave the Amazon link to this in the description because this is genuinely a life changer. So good. 10 out of 10 would recommend. Now it's vacuuming time. So just go along where all the gaps are and along here and under, not under the needles, but try and get like as much of the surface area of the machine done as possible. Okay, so remember the carriages we took off earlier? As you can see, the underneath of mine has quite a lot of dust in it. So before I like spot clean this or dust it or anything, I'm just gonna give it a quick go over with the hoover while I've got it out. Same with the river carriage. If that doesn't get all the dust off straight away, don't panic. We're coming back to the carriages in a bit. It's just while the hoover's out, it's helpful to do that step. So now we're gonna put the sponge bars back in so the needles have some support for when we're doing the next cleaning steps. Okay, so you just put the sponge bar sponge side down and then hold your needles down as you put it in. So it holds the needles close to the bed. If you're having the same problem as me and where you're trying to put your sponge bar at the bottom in and it's floating down to here, I literally just grabbed a needle from the top bed. So I just put it into one of these holes and hold the sponge bar so it goes straight. Sorted. So just move the machine back into the position that we had it before, and now I'm going to start using the oil on the sock. It's very exciting. So you want to grab your sock. It's all very high tech. Also, don't wear white like me. Don't do it. You're going to get machine oil all over it. I made an error, but I've started filming now. So I'm literally just dabbing the machine oil onto the sock. So we've got a nice little wet patch. So then you're gonna go over the main parts of your machine. So where the needles are, so just here, and then you wanna go over the parts where the carriage moves as well. Okay, so hopefully your sock is starting to look a little bit dirty because that means you're getting some of the dirt and grime off your machine. Okay, so I've pushed all the needles out and closed all the latches. So I'm just gonna put some more oil on my lovely sock. And then I'm gonna just run my hand across all the latches of the needles so that it gives them a nice light coating of the machine oil. So then you can take your beautiful sock off, and then I'm just gonna go over any parts of the machine where the carriage rubs. You visiting? Come here. My cat just interrupted. You saying hello? Okay. So you want to grab your carriage and you want to check all of the buttons and levers on it. So it's probably best to look at the underside and check this. So you press literally every button and make sure that the carriage is doing the movements that it should be doing. So you make sure that the levers are moving as you're pressing your buttons, and turn the dial at the top as well, turn this, literally any knob you can see, turn it. So after you've figured out that they're all working, you want to brush off using your little machine brush again, just all of the dust that's underneath the carriage. So just literally go over all the levers and just be careful because these can be quite delicate, like they should move, and a lot of them have really small springs holding them in place. So run your brush along, but make sure you're not too aggressive because you could knock something out of place after you've just tested all your levers. The return of the sock, you want to put some more oil onto it and wipe down just any of the main areas of this. So when you're cleaning with your sock, you want to make sure you're getting all of the areas like this that go along the actual bed of the knitting machine and just do a cursory wipe over here as well. So it's at this point, if you were using WD-40, you can just kind of spray it on the underside of your machine and like let it drip down through all of the cogs and stuff and just wipe off any of the excess. So that's an extra step that you can do here if you want to do it. I'm not doing it today because I'm in my living room and I don't want WD-40 all over my floor. Okay, so I've given the underside a nice wipe with the oil, and now I'm just gonna grab my bottle and I'm gonna dot onto these flippers. So anywhere where it moves, like this, I'm just gonna dot a tiny bit of oil onto the joints. So that's all nice and clean now, and then I'm gonna stick this one back on the machine and do the exact same thing to the ribber carriage. Okay, so this ribber is all nice and clean again now. So I'm just gonna pop this back on the machine. So that moves so easily across the beds now. And all the oil that we put on the knitting machine before is now spreading out, so it slides smoothly along the bed. Okay, so the last thing you want to do is cover your machine. It's so important to always keep your machine covered. It just prevents dust and debris and rust from getting on your machine. So yeah, thanks for watching. Hi, it's editing me here. I just thought I would add an outro to this video because I just didn't end it properly. I just wanted to say, if you want to get any more information about my knitting or like my shop or whatever, there will be links in the description box to my Instagram and my website. Feel free to check that out. And it would mean a lot if you could like or subscribe or press a bell. People do that. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully see you soon. Bye.